This is what we're doing now. We're just gonna make stuff up. We're just gonna be off the cuff. It's gonna be wild. And this is crazy because y'all are Cowboys fans, from what I understand. And what's even wilder is y'all gave it like the hard pause. Like y'all gave it like the, oh man, he about to say something profound. Like he's gonna drop the mic. He's gonna give us the knowledge of the Cowboys' first round draft selection history.
Send this to a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that the Cowboys have the best fans? Yes, sir.
I trip out on it. Because I'm swimming in it. I wear this jersey every first game. It's my favorite jersey.
Came from El Paso.
Go Cowboys!
Introducing your lineup for the Cowboy Up podcast. From Stop 6, Texas, the big fella, Dallas, Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, 21, can you do something for me? Armando, 21, Armando. And from the capital city, my man, allow me to butt in sports, hook 'em, Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, and he's mic'd up, he's Mikey, 520.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Man, it is Tuesday again, and welcome to the Cowboy Up podcast. And man, I'm with my boys, my homies, man, from the west side, man, you know, Texas. You know, they call it Cholo Town up in the 915. My man, 21, can you do something for me? Armando, 21. What's happening, bro?
What's up, big dog? Hey, we back, man. We back like 4-5, baby.
Like 4-5. And down there, man, in the capital city down there in the city of Austin, man. This is my man allow me to butt in sports. Hook 'em! It's Rue. What's happening, baby?
Shit, man. I'm just glad to have old boy back, man. It's been a minute,
man. That 95 been getting me.
hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, you see them birds in the house. What's up, Dalton? What's going on, baby?
Dalton, man.
My Can fans is in the house. What's happening? Oh man, look, it's been a while since at least 3 of the people on the show has been here, man. Armando, that work schedule has been kicking his butt. And also Mikey's work schedule is really crazy right now, man. He's been getting off really late. So, you know, hey man, we just appreciate what we do have. Okay. Say, man, we gonna talk about these Cowboys. We're gonna talk about a lot of other things and stuff. Let me see what Dalton talking about. He said, I feel like I ought to be.
That was good. That's a good one. I like it.
So you telling me, Dalton, you like to open. You like to open.
He likes the intro.
Say, man, the intro, man. I was trying to. Hey, it's kind of like the Bulls lineup. We ain't decided who Jordan yet. We're just trying to win these championships. That's all we trying to do. That's all we trying to do, man. That's hilarious, though. But yeah, man, we gonna jump right into it, man. You know how it go, man. It's all about this Cowboy talking, man. The latest right now is people talking about Cee Dee maybe holding out, but this shouldn't be news to y'all because you know when he went on the Michael Parsons podcast and he already said he wanted to be the highest paid wide receiver. He already said it, right? Mm-hmm. So when he said that automatically went to me. Cee Dee gonna hold out to the very, very end. They're gonna play that shell game like Jerry Jones and the Cowboys do with their superstars. Basically, gonna try to get the best deal possible. Um, Cowboy fans, we do think Cee Dee is a top 5 receivers. Other people think he's not. Um, but it's subjective. You know, my whole thing is there's so many elite receivers in the league. It's not like it used to be when it used to be just Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. Now every damn team got an elite receiver. Every last one of them. Okay. So I mean, you can really just go down the list. And but our elite receiver is CeeDee Lamb. And even though Cowboy fans, I'm sorry, it's a monologue, guys. I'm gonna let y'all talk, but a lot of Cowboy fans will say our quarterback disappear in the playoffs. I see, sometimes our wide receiver does too. Yeah, that's another story. We ain't gonna dwell on that. But look, guys, what do y'all think, man? We'll start with 21. You've been away for a while, man. What's your thoughts on the Cedarius? Maybe
as my boy Mike says, Cedarius De Leon Lamb. We gotta pay the man. I figured since we with the whole Dak and we didn't pay him beforehand. We got to pay this man. We know that market is only going to go up every time an elite receiver, as you say, gets paid. The market will go up, and we know how Mr. What do they call him, Cat Boy? We know how Steven runs, and this money, it stacks up, and he likes to run away from it. So this is the number one wide receiver, for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's that great 88. We gotta have him on the lineup, man. We can't just not let him go. So I don't know why they haven't paid him. As far as him holding out, it's expected, but these are OTAs that are coming up. They're voluntary, they're not mandatory. So he probably won't show up, but we'll go from there. But they need to sign this man, as the big fella said, we've seen him disappear, but we've also seen him grow. 2 seasons. Well, yeah, not last season, but the season before, we talked about CD. We talked about maybe. You think he could be, and we saw this year he's that number one. So the Cowboys, they need to do what they got to do. Pay this man before the market only goes up. And let's do it, man. We need this man in training camp, right? Like I said, though, these OTAs, they're voluntary. So he really doesn't have to be there. I think he came out in an interview not too long ago saying he wants to be in Dallas. So let's get this man. And let's pay this man.
Brew, what you think about old Cedarius, number 88, not showing up for these mini caps? His projected holdout.
I think Armando hit it on the head. You got to pay this man. How much adversity has CeeDee Lamb gone through in his career? I mean, let's just think about it. His rookie season, he loses his starting quarterback, still manages to put up good numbers in a rookie year in a new system. Comes back the next year, plays even better. And I mean, this past season, he finished second in almost every single category. This man has always been at the top of the league when it comes to stats, touchdowns, receptions. He's the heart and soul of this offense right now also. There is no one else that's on CeeDee Lamb's level. It's not Jake Ferguson. It's not Rico Dowdle. It's not, obviously there's Dak, but I'm talking at skill position wise. There's no one that's even close. He is the offense in terms of what we're looking at, especially through our air attack, in terms of what we'd be looking at as a whole, which is vital to this offense. It's always been vital in the pass game for McCarthy's offense. So yes, I think it's absolutely necessary to get him paid. And the fact is, the man has overcome and gotten better every single year that he's been in the league. And I really feel like we're just at the mercy of Jay Jetta right now. Everybody's waiting on Jetta. Everybody's waiting on Jetta to sign. Where is he going to go? What's he going to do? Is he going to sign? How much is it going to be? In true Cowboys fashion, they're going to wait and they're going to take their time and they're going to do this and that. And it's just like, all this does is help you. This creates cap space. This secures a guy that's essential to the locker room. And you slap that 88 on his back for a reason. And he's shown why he should be that 88 for this team and for this franchise. And I don't think there's any reason to delay. Get ahead of it for once. Do the right thing and just pay him. And you set the tone. You set the market. Because I guarantee you, Jetta's going to get more. There's going to be guys that are going to be fighting for these kind of contracts. And, him taking a Tyreek Hill style of deal, this position is just where it's at right now. It's not like we're talking about a running back. This is not the same situation. And as talented as the pool has been at wide receiver, it takes time and they don't always hit. These guys are few and far between, as many good ones as we can name, as many elites wide receivers, because it's such a skillful position, as many as we can name that are really, really, really good. There's only a few that are doing what guys like Cee Dee, Cooper, Tyreek, he's in that echelon. He's in the conversation with those guys. You can make the argument that he's not better than them, this or that. That's why with receiver, I don't really like putting a number on it. These guys are in tiers. So many of them can mix and match in terms of what they're able to bring to the table that it's like, I can't definitively say that he's better than this guy or that guy, because damn it, man, those guys are really freaking good too. They're right there. And he's in that conversation. There's no doubt about it, just based on the numbers.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. With wide receivers, they're in tiers.
Yeah.
They're not. It's a. You have those tiers, and they're different. But yeah, that's true. Cee Dee is one of those top tier guys that, I don't know why we don't get him up. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting to see it? And that's what I feel like with wide receivers. That's how it is. It's everybody they want to one up. Okay, so it's that one up. Why wait? Let's set the tone.
Well, I think we already know why we're gonna wait, because what he said. He said he wanted to be the highest paid, so he gonna probably be the last to sign. I'm with you, Rue. Get ahead of it. But with Cee Dee already saying he want to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league, only way you're gonna do that is basically we may be waiting till training camp before Cee Dee actually gets signed or extended or whatever, and. I just, this is the one part about the NFL I hate, this shell game about money. I do like how the draft is, where you're slotted to pay, okay, but when you're a veteran, there's no fucking slots. It's basically whoever got the highest money. Oh, I want more than him, and then I want more than him. Every year is going to go up, and that's why the big and I keep bringing up Dak. This is the big controversy of not extending and giving Dak the money, is because, why should he make this amount of money? You know why? Because every year, damn quarterback money go up, and it's the same thing is with Cee Dee. Cee Dee want the most money. Period. He already said it. I want the most money. You gonna give it to me, okay? And the Cowboys are stuck because he's the best receiver on the whole damn team. And just imagine if we don't have Cee Dee on the team, what do we got at wide receiver? Okay, what do we have other than Cee Dee?
Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Moreno. I mean, it's slim pickings.
Yeah, but
Turpin,
they're good players, but none of them is electrifying. You know what I mean? To make the defense change coverages and how they're gonna play them. They just man up on them guys. But with Cee Dee, you got to roll coverage. You got to do everything else. So hey, man, I don't know what the Cowboys are gonna do, man, because this offseason has been kind of disappointing to a lot of us Cowboy fans, and how they've been conducting business. And this is a big business right now when it comes to number 88. Rue, how do you think they're going to conduct business, bro?
They're going to wait until it's too late. Because I'm telling you right now, I want to get him signed while Tyreek is still the highest paid receiver in the league. Because if that's what we're going to do, I can live with that. That contract was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Right? I can live with that at this point. Cap's going to go up. Right. He's worth it. I'll take it. That's fine, because Jetta's going to get more. And then it's a bidding war, because if he ends up sitting out and he sits out for the year, somebody will pick him up next year.
Yeah.
Somebody will. It will happen. He's not a running back. These guys are not the same. That position solidifies itself in its value, and it's hard to get a guy like Cee Dee Lamb. It just is. And if they don't get ahead of it, we're just going to end up in a situation where it's not going to be good. I don't think that he would scoff at a Tyreek Hill type deal. I don't think he would scoff at that. Maybe even a little. There's other earning potential here. Taxes are a little bit different here. Like maybe you could work something out with him. It's like you're in 88 in this state. You're going to be solidified in gold if you do what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So, there's perks with being here and being that 88. So maybe you can even work out something where it's hovering around Tyreek's deal and maybe even a little bit less and make it work that in that fashion. Now, if he's just trying to reset the entire market and we're talking outside of your realm and what you can get, hey man, trade. If we're talking about some craziness, like if he's just being obnoxious about it and being like trying to reset complete and total market and like it's going to be something outlandish, man, you're telling me you couldn't get a first round, early first round pick and get another good receiver in the draft?
Yeah.
You absolutely could.
Yeah.
You absolutely could. It's definitely possible. And you could probably get more than just the first for CD.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to move. You got to make this happen. That's how this works. If we just sit on our hands, we lose value and we'll end up giving him up for like a 5th round pick.
Right. 21. Did you got faith in Steven in the front office, man, getting this done quickly?
I mean, the only optimism I see here is that maybe they've had talks, and like who said, maybe they say, okay, well, let's wait on Minnesota and see what they do, and then we'll give you higher than him, only because he doesn't want to be the highest paid. So, maybe that's what they've talked. Maybe they have something, going on, but let's the way it is right now, we got to get this man. We don't have that other, when we first saw Michael Gallup and those glimpses, we were like, hey, we got 2 now. But we saw the kind of the drop off of Michael Gallup. I wish him luck wherever he does end up. Where did he end up? Did he sign? Has he signed? Gallup?
No.
So wherever we saw those, but now it's just like slim pickings, just like Rue says, it's slim pickings and that wide receiver spot, man.
Hey, I got an idea though. Won't we sign him now? He'll be the highest paid player for a few days, and you go back. Hey man, we did exactly what you said. You want to be the highest paid player? Let's sign him right now.
I'm talking about. I'm good.
So the Cowboys can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, I'm signing you right now. I'm gonna give you $2 more than Tyreek Hill, and then let Jet and them sign and do what they need.
And that's what I'm saying. Do you think he went to management and he's like, look, I want to wait till this guy signs, and then we'll go from there. I mean,
but
that's
see,
that's
that's
I can see, because I mean,
that's
if you're smart,
that's the waiting game that's gonna kill us, because
if you're, like we all say, if you're smart, you're gonna get this deal done before that happens.
Right. Because my whole thing is, I know CD is a wide receiver. He's gonna be in great shape regardless. He's gonna be in great shape. But I don't want this going into the season, because at least in training camp, that's where you get your timing down on new plays and everything like that. I know the whole thing is practice, but dude, it's something about it when the wide receiver and the quarterback get together. It's something that they do have to work on. But hey, hopefully the Joneses get off their ass and do this. Now, Rue, I want you to lead this. I want you to lead this, because Micah Parsons is in the news again, Cowboy fans. Micah Parsons is in the news again. I don't know if they heard us. Micah Parsons is in the news again.
Surprise.
Rue, go ahead, man.
I saw something that was pretty interesting on J Tuck's Twitter page before we started this show. And this is a trend. This is an ongoing trend, and it's been going on for years.
Bro, I swear you're in my head right now.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
I was gonna, go ahead.
But yeah, man, this kind of stuff on contract years has happened so many times for different players on this very franchise that it's eerie, man. Like, it's just like, are they is this how we're negotiating now? We're just going to start spreading rumors and stuff. And the thing is, there's some validity to this. There is, because we don't know how every player in that locker room feels about him being on a podcast every single week. We don't know. We don't know what everybody, there's 42 players in that locker room. Not everybody's going to get along, and people can get annoyed. And not to mention, it's been quoted from outside people that he's being selfish in terms of how he plays the game. He don't want to be Fred Warner. This was brought up during the year. He don't want to be Fred Warner. He don't want to go back to linebacker. He wants to get the sacks and get the money and play end, where he was drafted to be what he is. And the Cowboys have already made the decision. They switched him to the end spot for the cap effect or whatever that it did, and that it's never even going to come into play, which is hilarious to me because it's never even going to be used. He's either going to get signed or go somewhere else by the time that ever even comes into effect. So that's literally nothing. But when it comes to Micah, man, I can see it, but for me, it's just like, if what is being said is true in terms of him being a selfish player, him only looking out for himself in terms of what he's trying to get out of everything, because that will let you know everything you need to know in terms of how his effect is on the locker room. Because if he is just a me guy, that rubs people the wrong way, and especially if other people are doing the work to get you the looks that you're getting, which I am not saying is the case here. He is definitely the reason that that people pay attention to our defense. Everybody wants to know where 11 is on the field. He is absolutely one of those guys where everybody must know where 11 is on the field. But does it always show up in crunch time? There's been those. I mean, the playoff game is a prime example. You told us all season long you were going to be that guy when it came down to the time, and you definitely were not. And, it's not just him. There's other people that have to play their role, but Micah is a talent that has really panned out for us in an extremely great way. It's hard for me to let him go, but if you did, I can only imagine the haul. And if the rumors are true, which I don't really know if they are or not, because this is too big of a coincidence that this literally happens to every player that is trying to sign with the Dallas Cowboys. It'd be hard for me to just let it go and think that everything's going to be okay if he's really a cancer in my locker room. I'm not saying that he is. I just hope he's not, because damn it, man, he is extremely talented. I just think we need to build this defense more around him.
21. What's your thoughts on the latest Micah rumors?
First out, shout out to our boy Jay Tuck, man. Jay Tuck, he has good points as far as what he calls it, the smear campaign. So it does seem that way, But then I go back to a lot of things that kind of come up with Micah as far as his locker room stuff. We all knew when he came from Penn State, he had locker room issues. So you kind of think like, man, is this popping up again? And I'll be one to tell you firsthand. I had a firsthand taste of it. Micah's not the most likable guy up front. He came to El Paso. He did a charity thing, and we were asking, and he was kind of, as we say in Spanish, he was kind of being a mamon. He's kind of being, he was kind of like, you're here for your fans. You expect. And I get it. Sometimes it's, and then we go back to the whole airport incident where he took pictures of fans, trying to get memorabilia signed, I felt like that's not how you go about it, but I know Root brought up a great point about, what are these guys? What are they called? Like the
these guys. There are some folks that will ambush these guys at like airports or coming out of the locker room. They'll have like 5 pictures of the same picture.
Right.
And they'll want them to sign all 5, and like they'll come at them with like a 10 mini helmets talking about I got nieces and nephews, and sure enough, you see that shit on eBay the next day. Like,
you Rue came out with telling me that, and that kind of made me think. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Micah, it gives me the he's a generational talent. I would love to keep building this defense around him. This is somebody that I would love to have on this team. But then if it's really that like this selfish, it's just me. Let me build my brand. I'm a Cowboy. Then I'm with Joe. He's the most tradable. Shout out to my boy St. Louis Joe in the building.
Always.
He's the most tradable on this team. We all know what we could get for him. And I know there's number ones in there, but but I'm definitely a Micah guy. I want to build this defense. We saw what this defense came to fruition once he came on the team, because we know what we had before. We always said, man, if we only had that defense. And what do we have now? We have that defense.
Yeah.
But then you get those glimpses of, how come you didn't show up, Micah? How come you didn't show up? You told us. You sat on that podcast, and you told us. So it's like with me, it's like, come on, Micah, and then you hear little things like that. It's like, and then like,
well, and think about the calls too. He wasn't getting superstar calls all throughout the season.
Yeah,
I mean, how many holding calls a game could you count on Micah that just weren't called? Like it was just non-existent. And there's a reason. They don't do superstars like that. Like maybe I'm thinking more basketball. I might be getting it mixed up, but I feel like when you're that guy, they tend to be a little bit more lenient on you, especially when you start to become that veteran status, top of the league kind of shit. But when you're complaining every week, tweeting every week about the officiating staff, it's not a good look, man. It's just not.
Man, I'm with 21 I'm with 21. I'm with Joe. I'm with Rue. I'm with WWE guy. Ivan. I see everybody's point. I see everybody's point. But this is my point with Micah. Okay. It just seemed like ever since he started talking publicly, things had been going well for him. Okay. Now it is his right. He can talk. Hey, it's our right to talk about it. You know what I mean? I understand what Jay Tuck is saying about the smear campaign, because our Cowboy fans and the Dallas Cowboy organization are good about smearing their own players. Very good at it. And it's just, we don't know where to land on this, because I understand everybody's point. I even said on this show, if Michael don't come in and conform to what we need him to do, trade him. I said it. I don't want to trade Michael Parsons because he is our best player on the whole damn team. But I just think sometimes Michael don't know when to be quiet. And when you don't know when to be quiet, things happen, things start, and that's when the smear campaigns and everything, and fans like us will have an opinion about what he said and what he does. Because a lot of times Michael talk don't cash in. You do all this shit talking. Remember you did all that shit talking about Josh Dobbs in Arizona, and Dobbs made him look like a fool. A backup quarterback made you look like a fool. That's what I'm saying. When you talk all that shit, bro, you got to back it up too. Okay. And that's how people will turn on you, because you're doing all that yakking, but you ain't doing nothing about it. I even said, man, Michael Parsons, man, I love him to death, but he got the DeMarcus Ware syndrome. He disappears in the second half. Remember DeMarcus Ware, our Hall of Famer, gets sack after sack after sack in the first half, and at the end of the damn game, you're looking for number 94 and you can't find his ass. We want you to be that player every down, okay? And I agree with you, Rue. Man, he should have led the league in holding calls, because he's just that dude.
Your mic cut off, big fella.
Can y'all hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So But I just want Micah to be better, man. I do. And I don't want to be a part of that smear campaign either. You know what I mean? But it's just frustrating, man. It frustrates you so much. But this is the age we living in too. But as an old guy, I gotta conform to this too. Because people have the ability to go and say what they want to now. They have it's just a change now because athletes have outlets like we have an outlet now. Before we didn't have a voice. We didn't have social media where we can sit and we can talk about how we felt about our team. Now we do. What's the same with players too? We just got to get used to the players coming out and talking also. Any final thoughts on this, Michael, before we move on?
I mean, to me, it's like we were talking about with the smear campaign. You know, we see the whole Dak issue that came up too. You know, this all of a sudden they had this little issue that he had, and with Micah, it's like, I mean, like we're on the fence. Is it, you know? But what's that saying? Where there's smoke, there's, you know, there's, what is it? Something like that. There's a saying. You know, where
There's
there's smoke,
fire.
there's a fire. You know,
Where smoke, there's fire. Yep.
yeah. So you know, we'll see what comes out of this, man. I'm pro Micah. You know, I love this defense that we have. You know, but I'm also you know, on the, you know, if it's all about him, then let's get him to go somewhere else, man.
Root, you got any final thoughts on Michael before we move on?
For me, man, it's the fact of the matter is his actions are what give these rumors wings. If he wasn't doing all these different things, these allegations would have no legs, none. Because it'd be like, he's been a model citizen, he's been leading the league and doing this and that. He's finished second almost every time for defensive player of the year since he's been in the league. What are you gonna say? Like, there's nothing you can be there. There's nothing to be said. But with the drama with the refs and the podcast and just the different things that he's posted with the fans, like this is what happens. This is why these rumors. This is where there's, like Armando said, where there's smoke, there's fire, and that's a sad thing because he is extremely, extremely talented, and I'd hate to see him leave. I'd rather see us build around him and him come to terms with the fact that you're the leader of this organization for the most part. It's time to take over that role. Especially, I mean, you know, without question on the defensive side of the ball, like they should be looking to Micah at this point. Even, and I know there's older players out there like D-Law and stuff like that we have on the defense, but damn it, he's the guy. So he should be looked upon in that locker room as that guy. And if he's the reason that they're divided, it's just hard for me to think that would be something beneficial for your roster to build around if he's the thing that's dividing it.
You know what? Real quick, big fella. One thing about Micah is that I do give him credit for is that he's one of the few players that actually came out this at the end of the season and took accountability. You know, he came out and he's like, you know what, we shit the bed, and you know what, we did this and we did this, and you know, next season, you know, it's on, and you know, he'll tweet out, you know, hey, Dallas is where I want to be forever, and you know, so that's one thing I did like about Micah is that he took accountability. He went out there and he said he didn't go out there and say we were tired or we were, you know, he out there and, you know, he took accountability for that loss, and he knows how Cowboys Nation felt, you know.
Well, I did see one good thing. You know, him and Sam Williams have been working out together. You know, I like that. Yeah. You know, and you know, this may be a breakout year for Sam also. You know, man. I really think, man, both of them need to be on the field the same time, bro. You know, a lot of times I used to wonder what Dan Quinn is thinking. I was like, man, get all your speed rushers on the field at the same time, you know, because actually Sam was actually a good run defender too, you know. I always thought on passing down you would move D-Law into like a 3 technique. Have Sam at the outside, have Mike on the outside, and then go that way, you know, and a Digazua. maybe our new defensive coordinator will think of that, and have more speed on the line trying to get to the quarterback, because everything is going to be flowing to Micah's side anyway. They're going to double trip him, and they're going to chip him, and they're going to do everything. And I think this should be a big year for Sam, man. I think this is going to be his third year in the league, Ruth, third or fourth. And as a defense, as a vet, because this is going to be a contract year for him. The only way you're going to get paid is it's a stat game, especially if you're a defensive end. Go ahead, 21.
No, yeah, it's a stat game. And you know what? With Sam Williams, it's like, do you think, it makes the little hamster turn, now it makes me think, it's like, do you think he was holding him back because of Micah? Do you think, where, this selfish play comes in, because we saw glimpses, and we're like the big fella says, man, what was Dan Quinn thinking? Why didn't he put him in? Why didn't he have Micah and Sam?
Yeah.
But then you get to wonder, man, maybe Micah was like, hey, it's just it's me, So we don't know. We obviously don't know.
I hope not.
Speculation. But
I can't imagine so.
This season, I'm hoping, Zimmer comes out here and sees what we see, and let's get them both on the field, man. Because we know by themselves they're electric.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine both of them. Shit.
I know.
Sam is going into year 3.
This is year 3 for Sam.
This is going to be year 3.
This is contract year. Then after this year, it's up. Because
he's fighting for it at this point.
Yeah, he's fighting. Yeah, he got to get his money. So,
so is it contract season for Sam Williams?
Yeah. Well, most rookies have a 3-year deal, brother. Unless you're a first round pick, you get a 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 years, man. Hey, this is your last hurrah. Because think about it.
It always seems those contract years, they show out, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's set up for it. I mean, he's definitely set up for it. There's a lot of guys that were in his spot that are no longer there. He's going to have to be that guy. So he's definitely set up to have that kind of year if he can earn that spot.
Yeah. All right, Chad, I want y'all to chime in on this, man, because we're going to talk a little draft. And who you think the Cowboys should go in the first round? Just about every draft mock-up, they got the Cowboys taking the offensive lineman. Just about everyone. And me, the big fella, I'd never have any problems with it, taking the offensive lineman, because think about it, when the Cowboys running game was great, and when Dak was even at the top of his level, we had considerably the best offensive line in the NFL. Right now, we are lacking on the offensive line. We really don't know, but 2 bona fide starters. Hey, honey. Hey, girl. How you doing? What's your name? What you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I had to get my Barry White on. The wife slid up in there. But this is my thing. We need a center. We need a tackle. We actually do need a receiver, but I don't see them going first round receiver. We definitely need a running back, and I don't see them going first round on a running back. We need a linebacker. I don't see them going first round linebacker. And we still need a corner now, since it's apparent that they ain't gonna sign Gilmore. So we're gonna start with 21. 21. Who are you looking for in the first round? Do you got your eye on any player that's just making like, okay, this is where I want to go?
You know what, big fella? Not specific. I really, but I really want a running back. Yeah. I really want a running back first round. I'm one of the few guys that not O-line, and that's the reason. I know we need a center, but I want to see what Brock. I want to see what Brock brings out, because he's putting out a big game. Brock is saying, I'm gonna be that dude, and I'm gonna show y'all, and Brock Hoffman. So I want to see what he does, But
and real quick on Brock, I've been in that boy DM so much. I've been trying, he got his own podcast, right? So, I've been in his DMs a lot, man, trying to get him.
I think I tagged you on one. No, was it one of his or somebody else's? But I tagged you on one of on the Twitter.
So hey, the big fella been trying to get a center in here, and right now he's our starting center. So hey, everybody in the chat, tag Brock Hoffman, tell him to get up here on the Cowboy Up podcast.
Y'all go and tag him on one of the big fellas or somebody's TikTok, Twitter, something. Tag him so we can get on here.
Tag him. We're trying to get him on there because we want to talk about this offensive line. And hey, currently he is our starting center.
Yep.
He's our starting center.
So I want to see what Brock has to offer this season. I really feel like he's putting in that work right now to show that he's gonna be that center, right? So I'm on running back. I don't have a specific running back. I really haven't. I know. I follow a lot of shout out our boy once again, Cowboys Corner. Corner puts out some good running backs out there. Some big boys that we can use. And I know the Cowboys is looking at this the dude from Texas. I know Ruth's familiar with him, but I know he had got injured. But once again, the Texas the Cowboys doctor. I think he's the one that did the surgery, and you know what that usually leads up to, right? So we'll see how that goes.
Hey, Ruth, before you go, Miss Sherry, tell your husband DJ Kai if he want to come on and pub the picnic. I think is this weekend. Tell him to jump on in, man. We got the link up in the bio. Because I know you guys having the big Unity picnic. I believe it's this weekend. Just to confirm, if y'all want to come on and pub the picnic, please do. Rue, do you have your eye on a first rounder for the Cowboys this season? Who's on your list, man? And then after you, I'll go and tell you who I'm looking at.
So I've done a few mocks. And I keep weighing out what we need, right? And what we need is a lot of things. We need O-line, we need D-line, we need linebacker, we need corner, we need running back. We got a lot of different spots to fill.
Yeah.
And after all these that I've done, at 24, give me Byron Murphy II. I understand that we drafted Mozzie Smith last year. And I understand that, we have Oso Digizua, but we just lost Jonathan Hankins. And if I look at my O-line and my D-line and I think about it and I tell myself, which one's worse today? As we sit here today, which one's worse? For me, it's the D-line. The D-line is worse because y'all sold me a little bit on Hoffman and on TJ Bass.
Yeah.
And not only that, there are a ton of linemen in this draft.
A lot.
This draft is filled with offensive linemen. From the second round to the third round, all the way to the fourth, fifth round, there is good
seventh
linemen.
round.
There is a lot of linemen that are here. And I'm starting to lean more towards going after a guy like Byron Murphy II, who could very well be there at the defensive tackle spot, hometown kid, very well could be there and would be a hellacious pickup for this defensive line. And I'm not against some of these edge guys either. Chop Johnson out of Penn State, reunite him. Not reunite him, but Penn State guy. And then there's oh my God. But either way, the kid out of Illinois, I'm blanking out on his name. Oh my goodness, he was like or he was like all of. Forget it. I can't remember. But either way, I'm more towards getting the O-line the D-line shirt up rather than the O-line, just because, man, when I look into like the second round, my favorite one has to be Zach Frazier. And the reason I like him, he's got he's a big kid, 6'2", 313. He's out of West Virginia, but this kid is a state champion wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That means he's got good conditioning, great footwork. He's a state champion wrestler. Like that's a great feat in the Northeast. And to have him in that position, I feel like would be absolutely outstanding. So I feel like you can get the O-line shirt up in like the second and the third rounds. You definitely could. And I'm not against taking a running back in the fifth, and maybe even trading up into the fourth and getting one of the fourth round guys at the running back spot. I feel like this should really be focused on the trenches in the first 3 rounds. That's really what I've been stuck on. I've had like a couple receivers fall to me in the second in some mock drafts where I'm like, all right, yeah, maybe I'd consider that. And I mean, there's other guys too. Like there's guys that, whereas if you didn't go defense in the first round, my favorite pick, if we get lucky enough to have him fall, is probably that Olu Fashanu kid at a Penn State also.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. And then Graham Burton, center out of Duke. Centers in the first round hit. But I still feel like there's a good enough depth to get it in the second and the third where we could shore up the defensive line in the first.
Graham and Powers are based. Both of them are slotted first round centers, and that's y'all know I always preach up the middle.
Yeah,
but I don't want to draft the center if we're not going to start a center. If we're going to start Brock, don't draft no damn center. You know what I mean? Because to me, the Cowboys got a hit on every player this season, okay? Because the anomaly that happened last year, we don't hit on nobody, but basically some due to injury. But it just seemed like we just forego the draft last year. Well, this year, because we got so many open positions on the team currently, we literally need to hit. So if we draft a center, that means Brock ain't starting, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So if we draft tackle, we know the tackle is going to start automatically. All right. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at the kid Mims from Alabama. Is it Georgia? Well, I think was it
Georgia? Georgia.
Big kid, 6'8".
Yeah, huge.
Big monster.
He's a monster.
Okay. I like monsters because he kind of remind me of Lane Johnson's of the Eagle. He's a big monster. Okay. So I agree with Rue. What's worse is the defensive line, right? But I think what's even worse is the linebackers. Yeah. So I'm more of the linebacker out of A&M, okay, first round, him and Overshown. I think would be a good combination because he got speed and power, So
you know who I'd really love in the third round?
Who's that?
Your boy, Junior Colson.
Well, they got Junior going second round.
I've got him in the third.
Yeah, a lot of mocks I've done. They had Junior in the second round. And let me tell y'all about Junior. I'm a Michigan guy, so I've seen every snap. Okay, Junior doesn't pop on film, but Junior is one of those consistent guys. He's gonna make every damn tackle that's in his area. Okay, he's not a fast linebacker, but he is a consistent tackler. He makes the plays he needs to be made. So that's what you want at a linebacker position anyway, right? You want him to make the damn play when it's coming in. You don't want him on skates, like our former player LVE. I don't want to dog him out, but when you always backpedaling or tackling from behind, Junior's not that guy. He'll meet you in the hole and make plays. So hey, if we can get him, that's cool. But right now, my number one, well, I got a 1A and 1B. I got an offensive lineman or a linebacker in the first round. And Cowboy fans, I know this is a wishy-washy answer, but don't be surprised if they draft a wide receiver in the first round. Don't be surprised.
You think? You think they would?
Don't be surprised.
But what makes you think receiver? In the first of all rounds, why
the reason why I say this is because Cee Dee is our number one. Who is your explosive receiver though? Who is it? Who puts the fear in your heart when they line up at that X? The Cowboys don't have that.
Don't have that.
So you know what they doing next year, Rue? They're gonna double the hell out of CD. We already know that. They're gonna double CD to death. So, hey, that's why I say don't be surprised. I didn't say they're going to. Don't be surprised.
And the thing is, there are going to be receivers there. Like Adonai Mitchell will be there. Like there's going to be receivers around that 20-something spot. And that would be a great pickup for this offense.
Right.
But I saw Xavier Leggett in the second round. Very talented kid out of South Carolina. Has been through a lot. Lost both of his parents while going through college and shit. Like the kid's been through a lot of adversity. And he was a Senior Bowl showout. Apparently, he had a really good Senior Bowl. So it's one of those deals where it's like, I think you need somebody to complement CD, that home run hitter. I know what you're talking about. I don't think that CD is that, but
no,
I don't know if this offense is really geared for that either, though. Like, are we going to continue? Are we going to continue that route, or are we just going to use our speed on the sides and set up those shorter plays where the receiver is expected to break out?
Well, think about it like this, Rue. Before anybody had the cheetah, were they offense set up for that?
The cheetah's been in the league for years. Tell me who's come in that's been the cheetah.
Well,
no one. Like there's no other Tyreek Hill in this league.
What's the kid? God, his name.
CD's the closest.
And that's tough, man, because Tyreek
the boy in Philadelphia,
bowling ball, man.
The boy in Philadelphia. I'm just talking about flat out speed. No, not AJ Smith. You know, I'm talking about the take off the top people. You know, you got to think about it like that. You know, CD is the same as Jefferson. You know, they got top end speed, but you don't think about them deep threats. You think about them 20 in. Okay,
you're thinking Xavier Worthy, the record
Xavier Worthy. Yeah. So you never know, man. Like I say, it's one of those. I want y'all to think about it. You know, I'm always that proponent. I'm like, because there's so many good receivers. I'm like, man, you can get receiver third, fourth, fifth, you know, and they'll be excellent receivers. What I'm saying is the Cowboys got to hit. The Cowboys got to hit. So if they got their eye on somebody, don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
I tell you this. I've seen mocks with Worthy, but if they took Worthy over Adonai Mitchell, I'd be pissed. I'd be absolutely pissed.
And he your boy. He from Texas.
I love them both. They both from Texas. Both of them are from Texas. They played together. I love them both. But this is the NFL.
Right.
And we already have Kevontae Turpin. Give me AD's size and speed. Because he didn't break no records, but he's DK's size, running sub 4.40s. Like he's 4.3 something. At that size, I'll take that all day, every day, twice on Tuesday. You want a true X? That's your X right there, AD Mitchell.
All right, but hey, this is something I really want to get into, guys. I want to talk about the running backs, and I'm gonna bring up this stat that Rue sent me. I saw it before, but I actually forgot all about it. Let me bring this up, okay? So this is a graph. Basically, let me take that off, that banner off real quick. Okay. This is a draft. It says explosive running and stack boxes, meaning 8 players in the box. If y'all don't know what a box is, that's the defensive line and linebackers. Okay. And this is the list of players that had the most stacked boxes running the ball. We got Braylon Allen of Wisconsin. Of course, you're going to have Blake Corum right there. Even North Texas kid Isaiah Johnson. Okay. Carson Steele at UCLA and Isaiah Granado. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Granado. Okay.
Granado?
Yeah. Tornadoes. Yeah. So the reason why you bring up this stat is because, you know, these are elite runners when you got 8 in the box. When you got 8 in the box, man, that basically the defense is telling you we're not going to let you do anything. But I love this is because the guy with that M right there above his name right there, all I got to say is he may be 5'9", 225 pounds, okay? But when he gets behind that that line, it's something else to be seen. A lot of people are not high on Blake like I am. Everybody is basically saying that he got a lot of tread on his tires and all this. I said, yeah, we got a lot of tread because I asked Penn State what he did to that ass with them 30 straight carries to win the game. So it's been a long time since the Cowboys or any team had a running back that they could feed over and over to. I call him the closer because in the second half, he closed out games. Any of these guys on this list, Rude, that you're impressed with? I see your boy Jonathan Brooks. He's right under 30% of a stacked box because it's kind of hard to stack a box on a spread offense down in Texas.
No, you're not stacking no boxes against our offense with Worthy and AD Mitchell and Jatavius Sanders lined up on the other side of the ball alongside of them. Sorry, not going to happen. Honestly, man, the biggest guy for me on this list is probably this kid out of Notre Dame, Audric Estime. He sits alone on this graph. Explosive carries just under 20%, and eight defenders in the box, just over 45%. That's absolutely outstanding. Yeah. And I don't remember them having just an outrageously good offense. So that's absolutely amazing to see that from him. He's only 20 years old. Also,
yeah, he's a young kid. Yeah,
kid's 20. And you're telling me I can get this kid in the 4th round? They're calling him the comparison is Adrian Peterson, if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the kid that sticks out to me more than anybody right now. I think he's extremely undervalued, and that graph tells you a hell of a lot. Now, mind you, it's not like Notre Dame's playing elite defenses in the college level. So
that's true.
But the man was facing 8-man boxes all day, every day, twice on Tuesday, more than almost everybody else on that list.
Yeah.
And he's at the highest spectrum in terms of an explosive play. Right. That's absolutely amazing. He was their offense.
And this is the list of the top running backs in the league that's in the draft. A lot of people they ain't got the kid from Texas on there. I don't know why Brooks ain't on there, but everybody got really Brooks 1. They got Trey Benson 2. They got the kid Irving 3. A lot of everybody else got Quorum 4. Still don't understand that. The sleeper to me in this whole thing, and this kid Ray Davis. I seen Ray Davis play a lot at Kentucky. Yeah. They had a power running game. I think in one game this year he almost went for 300 in an SEC game. So
God bless.
Was
it Vanderbilt?
No, it wasn't against Vanderbilt. yeah, I wouldn't even bring it up if it was against Vanderbilt. You know, hell, El Paso East High School can run 300 against Vanderbilt, but no, it wasn't though. But man, the reason I break up this list is because these are all names, man. Cowboy fans, y'all need to be really looking at, man. Because don't be surprised if one of these names be on the Dallas Cowboys, man. I just want y'all to actually do a little homework and look at these cats. I mean, because one of these players on this list is going to be your starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys.
The problem is we don't have a 4th round pick. My 4th round pick was Trey Lance. So
I don't even think he played running back, does he?
Sure as shit, don't. Maybe we can convert him. Maybe we'll just make him a running back instead.
Hey, but I won't be surprised though, Mondo. I want your opinion on this. I won't even be surprised if the Cowboys trade a pick to get another fourth round? Like they may move down in the first round just to pick up another fourth. Are you with that plan, trading down in the first round just so you can get an extra pick?
Hell yeah. I wouldn't mind if we can get that extra pick, trade down. I'm with it.
For me, it depends on who's there at 24. It really
Right.
depends on who's going to be there at 24. If somebody's there that just really fits and really would fill a hole for this team, I'd hate to pass him up, but I don't hate the idea of trading down either, just because we do need the draft capital. And this is a deep draft in terms of the trenches, so I'm not against it. There's definitely some good guys in the trenches to get in the second, third, fourth rounds.
Right.
So I don't hate the idea of falling back and picking up like a 2 and a 4.
I know in one of the interviews, Mike McCarthy kind of alluded to the best player available type thing. That in other words, they weren't really gonna, they were gonna see what was out there. So if it's that, then I wouldn't be in, trading down and getting an extra pick.
Yeah. Well, hey man, we got a special guest, man. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man. He is our man, the president of the One Star One Family fan club out there in Bakersfield, California, man. Y'all know him. We all love him. Here's our man. It is my man, DJ.
What's up, guys?
All right, shout out One Star One Family, baby.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing, man?
Kai, I know you got an announcement, man. I'm gonna let you get straight to it, and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Kai.
Yeah, so man, we got a lot of things happening this weekend. This week is crazy. Obviously, I retired last June, but my plate is full, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. I saw this coming, so I wanted to take advantage of it, make myself available. But our One Star One family, thanks to you guys also, for helping be in the connect with our Cowboys fans unity message. But now, you guys know we host events. You guys saw it. You guys were there yourself to see us with Kenny the Shark Gant, be part of, an event. And now we're running with it. And after experiencing 2 golf tournaments over there in Irving, Texas, I told him, hey, let's bring it to Cali. He trusted us and all that. So guess what? Now on Monday, April 15th, we're hosting the Shark 29 Celebrity Golf Tournament here in Bakersfield, and then going to Texas in May to help them out with that one over there. So that's pretty cool. Over there, you got Ed Tutal Jones, Pup Smith, you had Mark Clayton, you had Spud Webb. You have a lot of different pro athletes that are at that tournament. Here, we're able to get Kenny, Tony Tolbert, Billy Davis. He won 2 Super Bowls, won Super Bowl 30 and 35 with the Ravens, but 30 with us. Anthony Miller, 5-time Pro Bowler. You guys will know him for being in that race as for the fastest man in the NFL with Darryl Green and Herschel Walker. And we have Mr. Alvin Harper, the Niner killer. This is supposed to be coming also. So, yeah, everyone over here is ecstatic about it. Because of that, we're also hosting our Cowboys fans unity barbecue this Saturday here in Bakersfield. So if you thought just a golf tournament was a lot, we got a Cowboys fans unity barbecue that right now all the fan clubs in SoCal and CenCal have already committed to attend and be part of this thing. So I told you, Armando. I told you guys, Chris, man. You guys, man, we're just missing you guys. But yeah, it's crazy. We're expecting a lot of people, a lot of kids. It's a family event. We're making sure we got enough food, to get everyone dialed in. DJs rotating. We'll have some performances. Myself, hopefully Wesley Westside from Star Status, and Macumba from California Hard Hitters. So we have a lot going on. It's just organizing it, getting dialed in. But because of what we're doing and the feedback we've been getting, everybody wants to get involved. So this is like growing crazy fast, but the involvement is like awesome, man. It's awesome.
Say, man, I was really trying to attend this, and it fell on my birthday weekend, and
Oh,
I
it's
was
so
like,
good. So good.
my wife was like, do you want to go to California? Or you want to do what I got planned? So I've been married. Hey, Kai, you've been married a long time too. I've been married
Yeah.
25 years, so
I-
you already
actually,
know.
actually, actually, we got you. We got you. We're at 26, going on 27 years. So
So,
yeah, I definitely understand, and believe me, Sherry's trying to pull them reins on me to keep me, calm. But man, this is a big weekend. Hey, I'm just trying to knock out two birds with one stone, man. If I
yeah,
could get for the golf tournament, I was like, hey, you guys want to make some money and come a couple days early? I got your hotels, to meet
yeah.
everybody, and they said yeah. So I was really tripping out. But all this does is if you take care of them, it opens up doors for future
Right.
events and stuff that, again, I will definitely keep you guys in the loop and invited. So, and we're busting out our new hats.
I was just about to say that. I know you got new merch, man. You
Hey,
had new merch.
I can't have Armando being the only one looking fresh all the time.
Hey, man,
Always busting out new stuff, man.
Hey,
Glasses.
wait, when DJ Kai stopped by El Paso, I looked at his hat. I was like, hey, he's like, you see the hat? I said, man, I like that hat, man. He's like, I got you, man. I think it was one of the last ones, so he gave it off his head. He said, here, man. I
Off
said,
my
hell
head,
yeah.
man. I said, this is the last Navy that I got like this. I said, I know I can't get another one right now, but here, I'm here. Like, that's how we do it,
Yeah,
man.
hell yeah.
So,
Hell,
yeah.
you need to drive through Denver.
So,
Drive it off. But yeah, man, I noticed the new merch and everything. I saw you and Riley D on Facebook Live the other day, and y'all were talking about the new merch, man. I'm really, really happy about One Star One Family, man. Keep growing. And I know your fan club is all about unity. You know how some Cowboy fan clubs is more like biker clubs. You be like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I ain't really with that. But yours, man, it's always been love. And man, that's why, man, we really love, man, One Star One Family, man. We appreciate everything.
But here's the thing. We are not a fan club.
They're family.
Everybody thinks we're a fan club. We are not a fan club. We're a Cowboys fans unity group / brand. All we're trying to do is bring people together. By not being a fan club, we don't have again, them barriers to, oh, we don't want you to go to that fan club, this fan club, all that. We don't want to have any barriers. We want to be able to attend people's events. We want to be able to promote freely everybody that, podcasters like yourselves and everybody share charity events. Like, we don't want anything, limiting us on what we can do. And that's the way we've been. So again, a lot of people do think we're a fan club, but we're not. So it's just a matter of following us, social media. Dude, we got people driving from Seattle, flying from North Carolina and South Carolina, flying from Texas and San Antonio and Arlington. Like, I would have never thought we'd have people wanting to come to a unity barbecue,
right?
And put out their own money, to come to our event like that. So we're super excited, definitely feeling blessed. But because of that, you guys already know we go the extra mile to make sure it's on point, and we got everything.
What year is this of the Unity barbecue?
This is our third.
Right, I was about to say because I know every year it's gotten bigger, and I know this year it just seems like it's gonna get even more big. I know I've seen the little glimpses the little posters that you put on TikTok, and it looks like it's gonna be popping.
Yeah, so 2 years ago was our first one. That's where I did the stand-up video. We just did it with the cell phone and everything. I dubbed it on my DJ stuff. Like, we were just messing around. We didn't know. Like, we were just having fun, right? But again, that's what everybody feeds off of, man. They feed off of positivity. They feed off of good vibes. They feed off of a welcoming environment. So they saw that, and that was our first time having different fan clubs, even in our own town, get together like that. So I put them all in the video to show them some love and show them this is what I want to do. Well, after that, it went from that to you guys being in the video at the stadium.
Yeah.
That's and how many people were there? Like, that was crazy.
it was a lot of people. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was a lot.
That was sick. So that was 1 year later that happened, and now we're back over here, and we're like, honestly, we're expecting a little rain, so everyone's all like, I don't know, yay, nay, but fan clubs are bringing charter buses to come over here out of LA. But still, we have a huge basketball court covered area, a huge building. That's why I rent the whole park. I do not like chancing anything. If it's raining, we're gonna post up under this huge old covering and have a party regardless. So yeah, we're expecting over 500 people to be here, because not just fan clubs, we got Cowboys families, kids, like it's crazy. So we got to be ready for it. We are ready for it. And yeah, it's going down, man. It's going down this weekend. And we have an after party at our watch party spot at Elements venue. So you got the Unity barbecue in the Saturday night. You have the after party at Elements venue with DJ Edit and all that. And then we got Monday, the golf tournament.
I'm so jealous.
Other than that,
That's amazing.
Other than that, nothing else.
That's
so
amazing.
I'm
That's
so
crazy.
jealous, man. I was just like, when I saw when you put out the dates, and I was like, I can't do it, because at first it was two things, because me and Armando normally go to the draft, but we had to back out this year, so I was like, well, okay, I slashed one of them off, so I ain't going to the draft this year. I was like, maybe I can sneak in. I was like, it's my birthday weekend. Damn. It ain't happening. But this is the promise the Cowboy Up podcast is gonna make to you. Okay, we in there next year, bro. We in there. All of us is gonna be there. Okay.
No, that's good, because there's a lot of like I said, there's podcasters, there's a couple other guys that are coming, and everyone's trying to come for content. And they're trying to catch everybody in the same spot. So
yeah,
that's again my way of doing this, man. It really benefits everybody. Everybody could have fun together, get content, make new relationships. And with people coming from the East Coast, you think them going live from our event on the West Coast ain't gonna jam over there like with the quickness?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be on point. Plus, they could pick up their new hats.
Yeah. I need to get both of them.
They got pre-filled, bagged up, all that.
I got to get both of them, Kai. I got to get both of them. Hey, we always got to add to the wall. We always got to add to the wall. You know how they go with it. Yeah, hey, me and 21, we those hat connoisseurs, You got
to wear these, though. You got to wear these. Mondo ain't having me take one of these off my head, though. These got
I got definitely doing that.
When I cop both of them, believe me, I'm gonna wear them every damn day.
Yeah, we're super excited. We've been going to shows. We're trademarked. Our name is trademark. We're a nonprofit 501c3. So the cool thing is,
hold on, Kat. I didn't really read this. My wife said, "Baby, you can go."
There it is.
Oh,
there's a seal of approval.
Hey, everybody saw this. Everybody read this.
Yeah, but you know what? Fortunately, with the growth that we're having, and we're like, we got to step it up even more. We became a nonprofit. And even a meat company, their daughter's a big time Cowboys fan. She really wants to be involved. So the dad's like, you really want to do this? She goes, yeah. So they're kicking in a bunch of meat for us that they could write off. I mean, that's the part of having, a EIN tax ID number. So if we could start getting sponsors, if we start having the following and response, dude, you guys already saw our tailgates. You guys already saw what we did. Like, imagine a lot of that being sponsored and how much bigger those things could be. Like, it's getting crazy, but again, we appreciate all the love that we're getting from you guys, from everybody. You guys know that we've been trying to, promote you guys, show you guys love too. So, yeah, it's just right now, you guys are doing your thing, man. Keep doing all these breakdowns on the draft prospects and everything, because that's all we got to look at. Ain't no free agent out there.
Yeah, well, I know you didn't know, man. We started the podcast, man, in January? And we're just trying to get off the ground right now, and you got to put in the work in the off season. So that's what we're doing. Exactly. We're just trying to put in the work, man. Let the Cowboy fans know we're out here and everything. As a matter of fact, if you're in the chat right now, man, like us and follow us if you're not following us, man. Even if you're on Facebook, hit the like button on Facebook, please.
Absolutely. Like them, follow them. These are our Cowboys fam right here, our Cowboys brothers right here. We've been, connecting since we first came across. Me and Armando, connected on TikTok, us two, and it's pretty cool. But we've been reaching out to a lot of people that are just tripping out on our growth. And again, It's appreciated. There's a lot of love going around. And like I told him, I think this is real successful because nobody wants to support Jerry Jones right now. Right? Nobody wants to.
Hey, they can support us, bro. They can support us.
So they're trying to figure out where am I going to show some love, where's some positivity, because right now ain't shit, well, ain't crap going on for.
No, you can say it here. You can say shit here.
Show some love. One family, come show some love to the Cowboy Up podcast.
And nothing else going on. So this is the thing that everyone's looking forward to, some kind of positivity within the fan base, within the Cowboys, vibe and all that. So it could be timing, it could be whatever, but still we got a lot of people coming, and we're super, super excited. So again, thank you guys for all that you guys are doing. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. I love it.
Before you go,
yes,
I gotta ask you a Cowboy football question.
Okay.
Who are you leaning in the draft right now, bro? Have you got your eye on anybody?
You know what? I really don't. I hate to say it. We've been so tied up with this thing. I barely watched the last quarter of the NCAA championship. Basketball I watched this whole time.
It's a good thing you retired, because all your time is locked up, ain't it?
Yeah, I know. I will tell you, position wise, we need someone on that right side of the offensive line. I mean, someone big, someone that can help out. I mean, with Tyler Smith being on that left side, and and keeping him over there with it's just something that we need. That line, I mean, we don't even have like a solid big running back, So I was hoping, honestly, I was like, we have to get Henry. Henry's he's the mega to getting Dak, something heat off his back. And he'll also draw offensive linemen from everywhere, because who doesn't want to block for him and make them look good? Especially if they're on a 1-year contract. They do a 1-year contract with him behind them, they'll get picked up somewhere else and get some money. So it all sets up the next move. Well, that didn't happen, and I was like, wow, that's it's all bad, guys. So
trust me, every Cowboy has that same sentiment this offseason.
Wow. And then kind of find out, I think Henry and Dak Prescott have the same agent.
Yeah,
I think
is that right?
Yeah,
I believe they do. So I was thinking with Dak and what's about to come up, and that agent might be trying to play. I think they just stood away from it, and that wasn't cool. But that was going to be like, being a Californian, we got a game here at San Francisco again this upcoming season. We hosted a tailgate, over 300. We had fans from all over at our tailgate. If Jerry doesn't do something crazy special after that game last year, you think anybody's going to want to go to that game and really be all fired up and all that? Yeah. So from our side of the stage, trying to look at all that, Jerry's got to, I mean, the biggest thing he could probably do now is move up in the draft, like drastically, to pick up somebody. That's the only thing I could really see. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Well, look, DJ Kai, before you go, tell everybody how they can follow you, follow One Star One Family and everything like that, brother.
Absolutely. We're Cowboys Fans Unity Group, Unity Brand. So really just follow us, man. Be part of what, we got going on, positive vibes. You could type in at One Star One Family on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. We got it wrapped up on all 3 social media platforms. If you have any comments or questions, hit us up. We'll definitely get back to you. And we getting invites from fan clubs. I know we play at the Carolinas, so we might go to that game again. They show out over there in the Carolinas, so we might be heading over there. I know we play at Atlanta, so ATL Block Party, huge fan club over there. They're waiting for us to go over there and party. So that's what this has all become, and everybody's waiting for us to go to their spots, bring people, and just have major parties. So I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop if that's what's up.
All right, everybody. Thank you, man. Let's give us a big shout out to DJ.
All right,
hey, Kai, we'll appreciate you, man. We will talk to you soon. All right.
All right, bro. Cool. All right, guys.
All right, man. That's DJ Kai from One Star One Family, man. Y'all don't understand what type of dude he is. So genuine. Yep. Hey, man, he's been to the man cave. He signed the wall. Him, Sherry the godmother. DJ Raleigh D, man, they're from Bakersfield, man. And if you hadn't been to a One Star One Family event, you have missed out because they
might
do
be in the
party.
video. You might be in a music video.
Oh yeah, you may be in the music video. So hey, if you hang around them, you may get famous.
Bro, I tell you a quick story about that. I got people on TikTok that still tell me, "Hey man, I was in a music video one time with you guys," and I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you guys were shooting a music video, and I had my dad. And we were in the music video." And I was like, "Oh, okay, with DJ Kai and them." I said, "All right." So they still remind me about that.
That's wild.
All right, man. All right. Well, look, man, we're gonna get to our final thoughts to wrap up the show. Rue, you got any final thoughts for the day, baby?
Oh, the draft can't get here soon enough, man. We really can't. Like there's only so much that they giving us right now, just because it's the off season and we've moved like molasses. But man, if I had anything to say to them right now, it's dude, make a move. And I'm not even talking about outside moves. I'm talking about inside this building. It's time to start making some progress and doing something with this team, because we need to figure out what we're doing with CD. We need to figure out what we're doing with Micah. And I feel like we're going to get some clarity when we see what they do in the draft, but it just can't get here soon enough. And it's driving me absolutely crazy. They haven't given me nothing. So it's just like, I got to live with it.
All right. 21, man. You got any final thoughts for today's show?
Man, this standstill, it's crazy right now. I just feel like, with Cowboy World, we're just at a standstill. We don't know what's going on. We just, but I'm with Rue, man. This draft, unfortunately, we're not able to attend this year, but I'm ready for it. I want to see what holes we fill up. I want to see what excitement we get, because I feel like we haven't gotten any, so we might get some in this draft, man. So definitely ready for the draft. I'm ready to see if we're gonna sign CD. But by the looks of it, we're at that standstill point. So this draft is gonna be, and I'm excited for it.
All right. So, man, let's talk about, man, my final thoughts is like this. I guess it was our subject of the show, CD Lamb. Okay. Cowboys, let's not procrastinate on this. You're not going to get rid of him. You're not going to trade him, and you have to pay him. So why are we going to prolong something that we know is inevitable? We have to do it. And the only way that Dak Prescott can succeed or get better is to have number 88 on the field. Okay. Number 88 also said on the Michael Parsons podcast, he has a lot of growing up to do. And a lot of pouting that he did in the San Francisco game and whining and everything, it didn't get him anywhere. So he has to do a lot of maturing. So if he has to do a lot of maturing, the Cowboys need to mature with him. Okay, and let's keep number 88 on the field at AT&T. Well, that is our show, man. The Cowboy Up Podcast. That's another Tuesday in the book. Man, everybody that's watching, man, please, if y'all can do this for, I know y'all hear a lot of content creators beg and plead about liking and subscribing and sharing, but it just brings people to the content. Okay. So if you're in here, man, throw a like for us, or throw a subscribe. Man, this has been the Dallas Cowboy Up Podcast. We will see y'all next time.
This is what we're doing now. We're just gonna make stuff up. We're just gonna be off the cuff. It's just gonna be wild. And this is crazy because y'all are Cowboys fans, from what I understand. And what's even wilder is y'all gave it like the hard pause. Like y'all gave it like the, oh man, he about to say something profound. Like he's gonna drop the mic. He's gonna give us the knowledge of the Cowboys' first round draft selection history.
Send this to a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that the Cowboys have the best fans? Yes, sir.
I trip out on it. Cause I'm swimming in it. I wear this jersey every first game. It's my favorite jersey.
Came from El Paso.
Go Cowboy!